Jaden and Jalen stepped down from the small shuttle and looked around. The bright sun shone over the large buildings of New Dawn Academy. It was a place where many young beings from different planets came to learn and train. The academy was famous across the galaxy for making the best warriors, thinkers, and leaders. The twins felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. They had left their home planet for the first time to come here. The twins were alike in many ways. Both had strong muscles and quick eyes. Their dark skin shone in the sunlight. People often stared at them when they walked in together. They were new here and everyone was curious. The academy was full of many races. Some looked like humans, others were very different with colorful skin, extra arms, or strange eyes. But no one had seen twins like Jaden and Jalen before. A few. Students were standing near the entrance. Some whispered and pointed at the twins. One group, led by a tall alien named Vrex, looked especially interested. Vrex had green skin, sharp teeth, and always wore a mean smile. He was the leader of the school's bullies. The twins did not know this yet. Jaden felt a hand on his shoulder. He turned and saw a girl with bright blue hair. "Hey, you're new here, right?" she asked. Her name was Lyra. She was friendly and not part of the bullies. Jaden nodded. "Yes, we just arrived." Lyra smiled. "If you need help, let me know. This place can be tough at first." Jaden thanked her. Jalen stayed quiet, but gave a small nod to Lyra. The twins walked inside. The halls were wide and filled with many students moving around. Some were practicing with training swords, others talked in small groups. The walls had screens showing news and events from around the galaxy. Jaden and Jalen found their dorm room. It was simple but clean. They unpacked their few belongings and prepared for the next day. They both knew that starting fresh would not be easy. The next morning, the twins went to the training yard. The sun was bright and the air smelled fresh. Many students were already there, practicing with weapons and running drills. Jaden and Jalen joined quietly. They moved with ease and strength, showing skills that some students noticed. Suddenly, a loud voice shouted, "Hey, new kids! What are you doing here?" It was Vrex. He stepped forward with a sneer. "This school is not for weaklings. You better watch yourself." Jaden looked at Vrex calmly. "We are here to learn and train, like everyone else." Jalen stood beside his brother. The bullies laughed and moved closer. Vrex grabbed Jaden's training sword and threw it away. "Let's see how tough you really are." The other bullies circled around. Jaden and Jalen did not say a word. They knew fighting would come soon. The twins stood back to back, ready for what was coming. The bullies charged forward. Jaden moved fast. He dodged the first punch and used his arm to push the attacker away. Jalen was quick too. He caught a kick and twisted the leg, making the bully fall down. The twins worked perfectly as a team. The bullies were surprised. They did not expect the new kids to fight back so well. Jaden grabbed his sword from the ground and faced Vrex. The green-skinned leader growled and swung his weapon hard. Jaden blocked it and pushed Vrex back. The fight lasted only a few minutes. The twins were calm and controlled. The bullies, tired and shocked, started to step back. Vrex looked angry but also careful now. "This is not over," he said, before walking away with his group. The other students who watched started whispering. Some were impressed by the twins' skill. Others were afraid. Jaden and Jalen did not celebrate or talk much. They only cleaned their swords and went back to training. Later that day, Lyra found them again. "You were amazing out there," she said, "but be careful. Vrex does not like losing." Jaden smiled slightly. "We understand. We will be ready." Jalen nodded. "We are not here to make trouble, but we will not back down either." The twins knew that their arrival had changed something at New Dawn Academy. They were no longer just new students. They had made their mark. That night, as they lay in their beds, Jaden and Jalen talked quietly. "This place is harder than "I thought," Jaden said. Jalen agreed. "But we can handle it. We always do." They remembered their training back home, the long days and nights spent learning how to fight and protect each other. That training had made them strong and ready for any challenge. Outside, the academy was calm and quiet, but inside, the twins were preparing for the battles and tests. That would come next. They were ready to show everyone who they really were. The morning sun lit up the training yard again. Jaden and Jalen arrived early. They wanted to practice before the day's lessons. The twins moved with careful steps, but strong and sure. They knew many eyes watched them closely. Some were curious, some suspicious, and some still angry. The bullies, led by Vrex, were not happy after their last fight. They whispered among themselves, planning what to do next. Vrex was proud, but also bitter. He did not like being challenged by two new students. That day, the twins decided to join the sparring group. The students took turns fighting each other, with wooden swords. Jaden stepped forward. The crowd watched quietly. Then a large alien named Gran, who was known for his power, challenged Jaden. The fight started quickly. Gran swung his sword hard and fast. Jaden dodged and moved close. He used Gran's strength against him. With a quick twist, Jaden knocked the sword from Gran's hand and gently pushed him down. The crowd gasped. No one expected the new student to beat Gran so easily. Jaden helped Gran stand up. Gran looked surprised but nodded in respect. Jalen watched from the side. Soon, it was his turn. A fast alien named Zira came forward. She was quick and clever in her moves. The fight was fast and tense. Jalen stayed calm. He waited for the right moment and then caught Zira's sword with his hand. Zira smiled, impressed. "You are good," she said. Jalen nodded and stepped back. The fight was over. The twins had shown their skill without being too rough. Many students began to whisper about them. Some felt respect, others felt worry. The bullies, however, grew more jealous and angry. After training, the twins walked to the cafeteria. They hoped to eat quietly, but Vrex and his group blocked their path. "You think you are better than us?" Vrex said. His eyes were sharp and cold. "We will teach you a lesson." Jaden looked at Vrex. "We are not here to fight without reason, but we will protect ourselves." Jalen stood beside his brother. They were calm but ready. The bullies laughed and pushed Jaden. One grabbed Jalen's arm tightly. The twins did not panic. Jaden twisted free and pushed the bully back. Jalen used his quick hands to break the grip. The bullies stepped closer, but the twins moved like one. Suddenly, Jaden delivered a fast kick that sent one bully stumbling. Jalen grabbed a loose chair and placed it between them and the bullies. The bullies stopped, surprised by the twins' strength and control. Vrex narrowed his eyes. "You are tough, but this is not over." The twins did not answer. They simply walked away, heads held high. Later in the dorm room, Jaden and Jalen talked quietly. "They are stronger than we thought," Jaden said. Jalen nodded. "But we have our own strength. We must stay calm and ready." The twins knew they had to be careful. They did not want trouble, but would never let anyone harm them. The next day, the twins were called to the school council. The council was a group of teachers and leaders who kept order at the academy. The council leader, a wise old alien named Soran, looked at them kindly. "We have heard about your fights," he said. "Your skills are impressive. But remember, strength alone is not enough. Respect and control are just as important." Jaden and Jalen nodded. "We understand," Jaden said. Soran smiled. "Good. Use your skills wisely." The twins left the council feeling encouraged. They knew they had to prove themselves not only through fighting but also through their actions. That evening, Jaden and Jalen trained together. They practiced new moves and shared ideas. Their teamwork was strong because they trusted each other completely. Meanwhile, Vrex and his bullies watched from a distance. They whispered about revenge. Vrex was determined to find a way to beat the twins once and for all, but the twins had a secret. They had been trained since childhood in a hidden warrior clan. Their skills were not just from hard work, but from a tradition of protecting their people. Jaden remembered the words of their mother. "Strength without heart is nothing. Always fight for what is right." Jalen smiled. "We will show them what true strength means." The next day at training, Vrex tried to surprise the twins. He and his group attacked during a break, but Jaden and Jalen were ready. They moved with speed and grace, avoiding attacks and protecting each other. Jaden caught a punch aimed at Jalen and pushed the attacker away. Jalen used his agility to disarm another bully quickly. The fight was short, but clear. The bullies were no match for the twins' skill and unity. Afterward, the school was buzzing with news of the fight. The twins were no longer just new students. They had become a symbol of strength and courage. Some students who had been quiet before now came to greet Jaden and Jalen. They wanted to be friends and learn from them. Lyra, the girl with blue hair, smiled when she saw the twins. "You are changing things here," she said. Jaden nodded. "We want to make this place better for everyone." Jalen added, "We want to be strong but also kind." The twins knew challenges would come, but they were ready to face them together. They were not just fighters. They were brothers, friends, and warriors. The academy had no idea how much the twins would change its future. After the fight with the bullies, the story of Jaden and Jalen spread quickly throughout New Dawn Academy. Students talked quietly in the hallways, in the cafeteria, and during training sessions. Everyone wanted to know more about the new twins, who had arrived quietly but were already making a strong impression. Jaden and Jalen did not seek attention. They kept to themselves mostly, focusing on their training and lessons. But the students could not ignore their skill. They moved like they had been fighting all their lives, working as one without needing to speak. The twins' quiet confidence drew respect from many, but also curiosity. Lyra, the girl with bright blue hair, often came by to check on them. She liked how calm and humble they were. "You have become the talk of the school," she said one day as they sat together during lunch. "People are impressed, but some are also worried." Jaden smiled softly. "We did not come here to cause problems. We only want to learn and grow stronger." Jalen nodded. "But we know not everyone will like that." Lyra looked serious. "Vrex and his group are still angry. They think they lost their power when you showed up. They will try to challenge you again." The twins understood. They had seen how some people feared change, but they were not afraid. Their training had prepared them well. They remembered the lessons from their home planet, where strength was important, but so was honor and protecting others. One afternoon, as Jaden practiced sword moves in the yard, a small group of students approached. One of them was a young alien named Kiro, who was shy and quiet, but very smart. "I have heard about your fighting skills," Kiro said. "I want to learn from you." Jaden paused and looked at the group. "We can teach you what we know. Strength grows when we share knowledge, not when we hide it." Jalen added, "But you must promise to use it for good." The students agreed eagerly. From that day, Jaden and Jalen started training a small group of friends. They helped others improve, not to fight for power, but to protect themselves and each other. This made some students happy, but others became jealous. Vrex and his bullies watched the growing group with anger. They whispered among themselves, plotting how to stop the twins and their new followers. One evening, the twins were called to a special meeting with Soran, the council leader. The wise alien spoke kindly but firmly. "Your skills and actions have made many students respect you. That is good. But remember, power must come with responsibility." Jaden replied, "We understand, Soren. We want to help, not harm." Soren nodded. "Very well. The Academy faces challenges from outside as well. You may soon see threats that test more than your fighting skills." The twins listened carefully. They knew their time at the academy would not be easy, but they were ready. Back in the dorms, Jaden and Jalen talked about their future. "We are not just fighters," Jaden said. "We must be leaders too." Jalen smiled. "Together, we can face whatever comes." Meanwhile, Vrex's jealousy grew. He decided to spread rumors about the twins, hoping to turn students against them. He told stories that the twins were dangerous and could not be trusted. But many students who had trained with Jaden and Jalen saw the truth. They knew the twins were kind and fair. Slowly, Vrex's lies lost power. One day, during a training exercise, the twins faced a tough challenge. The instructors set up a test to see how well students worked as a team. Jaden and Jalen led their group with skill and calmness. They encouraged others, helped when someone fell, and never lost focus. Their team succeeded and earned praise from the teachers. The twins' reputation grew not only as fighters, but also as leaders who cared. As the days passed, more students came to respect Jaden and Jalen. The twins made new friends from different planets and backgrounds. They shared stories of their home and listened to others' experiences. This made the academy feel more like a community. One afternoon, while walking through the gardens, Lyra said, "You have changed this place already. The old ways of bullying and fear are starting to fade." Jaden looked around and smiled. "We only want a place where everyone can be safe and strong," Jalen added, "and where we all help each other." The twins' quiet strength and kindness made them stand out. They were no longer just new students. They were becoming the heart of New Dawn Academy. But deep inside, Jaden and Jalen knew their biggest test was still ahead. Vrex and the Bullies had not given up. The twins had to stay ready and united, just like always. At night, as the academy grew silent, the twins trained in secret. They practiced new moves, pushed their limits, and prepared for the future. Their bond was unbreakable. Together, they would face any challenge. The story of Jaden and Jalen was just beginning. The academy was about to see what true strength meant when it came from heart, honor, and brotherhood. The days passed quickly at New Dawn Academy. Jaden and Jalen continued their training and studies. Their skills improved, and so did their friendships. Many students admired their strength and kindness, but not everyone was happy. Vrex and his bullies felt more humiliated each day. They wanted to regain control and power at the academy. One afternoon, the school was buzzing with excitement. The annual training tournament was approaching. It was a big event where students showed their fighting skills in front of the whole school. The winner earned respect and a special place in the academy. Everyone looked forward to it. Vrex saw this as his chance. He called his group together in a quiet corner of the training yard. "This tournament is where we take back what is ours," he said. "We will show everyone that the twins are not better than us." His group nodded, eager for revenge. Vrex planned to challenge Jaden and Jalen directly. He wanted to crush them in front of everyone. The news of the tournament spread quickly. Jaden and Jalen knew what to expect. They felt calm but serious. This was not just about winning. It was about respect and proving who they truly were. One evening, as the sun set behind the tall towers, Vrex approached the twins. He stood tall and cold. "I challenge you," he said. "A duel in the tournament, 1 against 1. If you win, we will leave you alone. But if you lose, you will never forget it." Jaden looked at his brother, then back at Vrex. "We accept," Jaden said. Jalen nodded. "We are ready." The school watched closely. The challenge made the tournament even more exciting. Everyone waited to see what would happen. The day of the tournament arrived. The training yard was filled with students and teachers. The air was filled with energy and noise. The twins and Vrex prepared themselves. The rules were simple: no tricks or cheating. A fair fight to show true skill. Vrex was the first to fight. He moved fast and hard, but Jaden stayed calm. The fight was intense. Vrex swung his weapon wildly, but Jaden blocked and dodged with ease. He waited for the right moment. Then, with a quick move, Jaden disarmed Vrex and held his sword to his throat. The crowd gasped. Vrex looked shocked, but proud. "You win," he said. Jaden lowered his sword and helped Vrex stand. Next was Jalen's turn. Vrex chose his best, fighter, a fast and tricky alien named Kira. The fight was a challenge. Kira moved quickly and used clever moves. Jalen stayed focused and patient. He saw Kira's patterns and waited. When the moment came, Jalen used a move he had practiced many times. He took Kira's weapon and gently tapped her shoulder to signal victory. Kira smiled and nodded. The crowd cheered. With the twins winning their fights, the school began to respect them even more. But the final duel was yet to come. It was between the twins and Vrex together. Vrex had called for a team fight to end the tournament. Jaden and Jalen prepared. They knew this would be the hardest fight yet. Vrex and his group were strong and experienced. The twins had to use everything they had learned. The fight started with loud cheers from the crowd. The twins moved together like a single unit. Jaden blocked attacks while Jalen found openings. They communicated without words, trusting each other completely. Vrex attacked fiercely, but the twins stayed calm. They used their speed and skill to avoid damage. When Vrex's group tried to surround them, the twins worked as one to break free. The battle was long and tiring, but Jaden and Jalen never gave up. They protected each other and stayed focused. Finally, they found a way to end the fight. Jaden caught Vrex off guard, while Jalen stopped the others. Vrex fell to his knees, breathing hard. He looked up at the twins and nodded slowly. "You have earned my respect," he said quietly. The crowd cheered loudly. The twins had won not just by fighting well, but by showing honor and teamwork. The bullies learned a lesson in humility. After the fight, the twins helped Vrex and his group up. They spoke calmly. "We do not want enemies here," Jaden said. "We want friends and respect." Vrex looked at the twins and nodded. He understood the true meaning of strength that day. The school changed after that. The bullying lessened. Students started working together more. Jaden and Jalen's names became known as symbols of courage and fairness. That night, the twins sat quietly on the rooftop of their dorm. The stars shone brightly above them. They talked about what had happened. "We did well today," Jaden said. Jalen smiled. "Yes, but this is only the beginning. We have more to learn and more to do." The twins looked out at the academy, feeling hopeful. They knew they would face new challenges, but they were ready. Together, nothing could stop them. The excitement from the tournament still filled the air at New Dawn Academy. Jaden and Jalen had earned respect and admiration from many students. But the twins knew that the path ahead would not be easy. They had to keep training and stay focused. The tournament continued with many challenges. Students faced tests of strength, skill, and teamwork. Jaden and Jalen paid close attention to every fight. They watched carefully, learning new tactics and strategies. They knew that winning did not always mean fighting harder. Sometimes it meant fighting smarter. One morning, the twins woke early and went to the training yard. The grass was still, wet with dew. Jaden stretched his muscles and looked at Jalen. "We must be ready for anything," he said. Jalen nodded. "We must work together like always." Their first match was against a team known for their speed. The team had 3 fast aliens who moved quickly and attacked from all directions. The twins stayed calm and used their training. They moved carefully, watching their opponents' moves and protecting each other. Jaden blocked a quick strike and signaled Jalen to move to the left. Jalen took the chance and caught one opponent off guard. Together, the twins worked as one, slowly taking control of the fight. The crowd watched in silence, amazed by the twins' teamwork. In the end, Jaden and Jalen won without hurting their opponents badly. They showed skill and respect. Later that day, the twins faced a different challenge. This time, their opponents were known for their strength. Two large aliens named Brack and Morn stood before them. Brack was tall and heavy, and Morn was strong and tough. Jaden and Jalen knew they could not fight them with speed alone. They needed a plan. Before the fight, the twins talked quietly. "We must use their strength against them," Jaden said. Jalen agreed. "We wait for them to attack first. Then we use their energy to move them." The fight began with Brack and Morn charging forward. Jaden dodged Brack's heavy punch and grabbed his arm. Using Brack's own force, Jaden pushed him past Jalen, who caught Brack's balance and helped him fall safely to the ground. At the same time, Jalen used quick moves to avoid Morn's attacks. When Morn tried to grab him, Jalen twisted and slipped away, making Morn lose balance and fall. The twins smiled at each other. Their plan worked perfectly. They helped their opponents stand and nodded with respect. The crowd cheered for all the fighters. During the breaks, many students came to talk with Jaden and Jalen. They wanted to learn how the twins fought as a team. The twins shared their ideas about trust, patience, and watching each other's backs. One afternoon, Lyra came to visit the twins with news. "Vrex is still watching you," she said. "He is planning something. You must be careful." Jaden nodded. "We will stay alert." Jalen added, "We have faced worse." The twins decided to practice even harder. They worked on their communication without words. They learned to read each other's movements and feelings. Their teamwork became stronger than ever. The next match was the toughest yet. Jaden and Jalen faced a team of 4. Each fighter had different skills. One was a sharp shooter, another was fast, the third was strong, and the last was clever with traps. The fight was fast and tricky. The twins had to use everything they knew. Jaden distracted the sharpshooter while Jalen moved quickly to avoid traps. They helped each other when the strong fighter attacked. Slowly, the twins gained control. They used their skills and teamwork to win the match. The crowd roared with excitement. After the fight, Vrex and his bullies approached again. This time, they did not speak harsh words. Instead, they watched the twins quietly. Jaden noticed and nodded at them. The twins wanted peace, but were ready for any challenge. That evening, the twins sat together in the dorm. They talked about the tournament and what they had learned. Jaden said, "Strength is important, but trust and teamwork are the greatest powers." Jalen smiled. "We will keep working and growing. The future is ours." The twins felt ready for whatever came next. Their bond was unbreakable, and their hearts were strong. The tournament was not just about fighting. It was about becoming better people and helping others. Jaden and Jalen knew this well. New Dawn Academy was changing, and the twins were leading the way. The day of the final duel arrived at New Dawn Academy. The entire school gathered in the great training yard. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with excitement and nervous energy. Everyone knew this fight would be important, not just for the tournament, but for the future of the academy. Jaden and Jalen prepared themselves quietly. They had trained hard for this moment. Their muscles were strong, their minds sharp, and their bond unbreakable. Standing side by side, they looked at the crowd and then at their opponents. Vrex and his closest fighters stood opposite them. Vrex's face was serious. He no longer wore a mean smile, but a determined one. The days of bullying were over. This duel would decide the respect and place of everyone at the academy. The rules were clear. The twins would face Vrex and his team together. No tricks or dirty moves were allowed. It would be a test of skill, courage, and teamwork. As the fight began, Vrex rushed forward with great power. Jaden met him head-on, blocking Vrex's strong blows. Jalen moved quickly to help, ready to catch any attacks that got past his brother. The twins worked like a single warrior. Jaden would attack while Jalen protected, Then Jalen would counterattack, as Jaden guarded. Their moves were smooth and practiced, showing the strength of their bond. Rex's team tried to surround the twins, but Jaden and Jalen stayed close, covering each other's backs. They moved fast, dodging and striking with precision. The crowd watched in silence, amazed at the skill on both sides. Rex, frustrated by the twins' teamwork, tried a new tactic. He ordered his fighters to split and attack from different sides. The twins adjusted quickly. Jaden took one fighter while Jalen faced another. They communicated with quick glances and subtle signals. The fight grew intense. Jaden blocked a heavy punch and pushed his opponent back. Jalen caught an attack and twisted the wrist, making the attacker lose grip on his weapon. Suddenly, Rex charged at Jaden with all his strength. Jaden met him, and they clashed swords. The sound of metal hitting metal echoed through the yard. Rex pushed hard, trying to break Jaden's defense, but Jaden stood firm. He waited for Rex to tire. Then, with a swift move, Jaden disarmed. Rex held his sword to the ground. At the same time, Jalen had stopped the other fighters. He helped one to his feet and gave a nod of respect. The twins showed mercy and honor. Rex looked up at Jaden and Jalen. He was breathing heavily, but smiled faintly. "You have won," he said. "You have earned my respect." The crowd erupted in cheers. Jaden and Jalen had not only won the fight, but also the hearts of many students. After the duel, the twins spoke calmly to Rex and his group. "We want no enemies here," Jaden said. "This academy should be a place of friendship and growth." Rex nodded. "I understand now. Strength is more than fighting. It is about respect and trust." The academy changed that day. Bullying became rare, and students helped each other more. Jaden and Jalen had shown that true power came from unity and honor. That night, the twins sat on the rooftop, looking at the stars. They talked quietly about the future. "We did well today," Jaden said. Jalen smiled. "Yes, but we must keep learning. There are more challenges ahead." The twins knew their journey was far from over, but together they could face anything. The story of the twins at New Dawn Academy was becoming a legend. Their courage, strength, and heart would inspire many for years to come. After the final duel, New Dawn Academy felt different. The tension that once filled the halls was replaced by a quiet respect. Jaden and Jalen had earned their place not just as fighters, but as leaders who cared for everyone. The twins woke early, ready to start a new day. They walked through the academy grounds and saw students practicing, laughing, and helping one another. It was a change that the twins had hoped for. Lyra met them near the training yard. "Things are better now," she said with a smile. "People are starting to trust each other more." Jaden nodded. "We want to make this a place where everyone can grow and feel safe." Jalen added, "Strength is important, but kindness is too." Word spread about the twins' wish for peace and cooperation. More students came to them, wanting to learn and work together. Jaden and Jalen began to organize groups where students from different planets could train side by side. They taught not only fighting skills, but also respect and teamwork. One day, a group of new students arrived from a distant planet. They were quiet and shy. Jaden and Jalen welcomed them warmly and helped them join the training sessions. Slowly, these new students grew confident and strong. Rex, who once was their biggest rival, also changed. He approached the twins one afternoon. "I want to help," he said. "I see now that working together is better than fighting." Jaden smiled. "We accept your help. Together, we can make the academy stronger." Jalen nodded. "We are all part of this community." The twins and Rex began working together, showing others that even old enemies could become friends. Their teamwork inspired many students who had been divided before. As weeks passed, the academy became a place of learning, respect, and friendship. The students helped each other in training and studies. They shared stories of their homes and cultures. Differences that once caused fear now brought curiosity and understanding. Jaden and Jalen continued to train every day. They practiced new techniques and helped others improve. Their bond remained strong, a symbol of unity. One evening, the twins stood on the academy's highest tower. They looked out at the stars shining above. The universe was wide and full of mysteries, but they felt ready to face whatever came next. "We have come far," Jaden said quietly. Jalen smiled. "And there is more to do. But together, we can do anything." The twins knew that their journey had only just begun. New challenges and adventures awaited them beyond the walls of New Dawn Academy. But no matter what the future held, Jaden and Jalen would face it side by side. They were not just twins. They were warriors, leaders, and friends who had changed the academy forever. The story of Jaden and Jalen was a story of courage, heart, and hope. A story that would inspire many for generations to come. And in the quiet of that night, under the bright stars, the twins smiled, ready for the bright future ahead.